Hi, good morning. We are here at the Proton showroom at the Center of Excellence, actually, the main showroom for Proton. And the reason we are here is if you're considering buying a Proton X70, we're going to share with you some of the features all in one video so that we can help you to make a better decision. Now, just a little bit of background, the X70 is actually based on a SUV that is already been selling in China. And just for your information, in the year 2018, they sold something like 250,000 units of this vehicle in China. Of course, the front grille looks different and the Proton badge is different, okay? But it is basically the same vehicle except that it was all left-hand drive. So for Malaysia, what Proton has done is they have changed the steering to the right-hand side so we can drive on our roads legally. Now, other than the fact that the grille and a few changes have been made, the vehicle remains mechanically the same as what is sold in China. Okay, basically it has a 1.8 liter direct injection engine that is turbocharged, and it gives you 181 horses and 285 Newton meters of torque. Now, drive is generally to the front wheels through a 6-speed automatic gearbox. For the four-wheel drive version, they have a four-wheel drive drivetrain, but it's also attached to the same engine. This is the standard version X70. Okay, other than a few cosmetic things in the front like the headlamp, and of course the wheels are 17-inch instead of 18 for the exact and 19 for the premium. So these are the 17-inch wheels, which are not necessarily bad because they actually give more cushioning and they are much cheaper to replace. Now, in terms of engine and transmission, they're exactly the same. Inside, well, everybody has heard of high Proton, right? Well, there is a high Proton version here, but not so high a version. Get it? Okay, inside the seats are cloth material, and the trim is a little bit different, but not so much different, yeah? Only the seats are different. And that's about it. The fittings are very Spartan, everything is basics, but it still has the airbags and it still has the traction control and the safety features like ABS and all that. It just doesn't have the higher range of the AEB, the BLIS, which is the blind spot information system. It doesn't have the tire pressure monitor that the four-wheel drive has, and it doesn't have the lane departure warning. But if you don't need them, then this is alright a car. So at the back is still as good as the others except for the seat material. Yeah, you still get your aircon, you still get your USBs, and it's pretty neat. Okay, the boot is normal, mechanical. You got to use a bit of strength to put it up, and of course you have your tonneau cover, which can be replaced, and if you want, you can remove this. Yeah, it's very easily removed and taken away. And in terms of spare, it's a space saver, and it's a metal rim. Okay, that's it. Okay, this is the executive version, which is the next up in the hierarchy. Starting from the standard, it moves to the executive. This one is sold for 109,800. Yeah, so it's 10,000 more than the 99,800 for the standard. Now, what it has for the extra $10,000 is the 18-inch wheels and rims, of course. And it has a reverse camera with the 360-degree view. It has leatherette seats and of course electrical control for the driver. And other than that, it's pretty much the same. It also has high Proton, and this high Proton of course doesn't have open sunroof because there's no sunroof. All right, and at the back is basically the same again, except that the seats, these are leatherette seats. Leatherette means that it is not real leather. And let's have a quick look at the boot to reconfirm. Yeah, it's still mechanical, and it looks the same as in the standard, and it's the same tire, no difference. Okay, so that's it. Now let's move on to the other one. All right, this is the top of the range Proton X70 Premium. Okay, this is the one with all the bells and whistles, and this sells for 123,800, which is not a bad price for an SUV considering what they have in it. For a start, you have of course 19-inch wheels, massive, and this will be good for handling. Okay, and of course ground clearance is a bit better, and I think you get projector lamps and running lights. All right, okay, mechanically it remains the same. Yeah, you still get your reverse camera and your 360-degree camera, and of course this version also has blind spot information system. It has lane departure warning, it has a collision warning, and also autonomous emergency braking. Of course, this is all the what you call stage 1. Not so advanced as some of them, not so advanced as some that are available today, but it's there anyway. So the question is, what else is different? You also get Napa leather, and the interior is brown. Okay, this is soft leather, and there is also a sunroof up there. And here's a bit of luxury. The back passenger can actually bully the front passenger by playing with the seat controls. Sometimes not very good if you're with friends, but if you're the tauke and you want to sit at the back and you want to get a bit more space for yourself, you can just easily shift the seat. All right, so the driver's seat gets lumbar support, I think, in addition. And so there are small little things. Okay, let's have a look at the boot. Nope, no, it's still mechanical, and it's exactly the same except for the back of the seat. You see is leather, yeah. All right, let's go back to the front. Okay, here's a quick summary. You have the standard, which is 99,800. Okay, very base vehicle, but everything is functional, smaller wheels. Then you have the executive, which is 10,000 more at 109,800, and it's got slightly better stuff, leatherette, okay, 18-inch wheels, but basically the same. Then you have the four-wheel drive version, which is 115,800, but we don't see the vehicle here. So unfortunately, if you want to learn more about it, you have to watch our video on that vehicle. And then of course you have the premium, the top of the range, at 123,800. Now all the variants are front-wheel drive except for the all-wheel drive version, and that one sells for 115,800. So for another $8,000, you get the front-wheel drive version of the Proton X70. Now, if Now you have the decision, 99.8, 109.8, 1158, or 1238. The only thing that is consistent is the 8. All right? Okay, it's just I don't know why they do it. Everybody likes the number 8 or 888 and things like that. But anyway, to me, mechanically, they are exactly the same, except for the 4-wheel drive, okay? So in terms of engine power, they are the same. The extra money that you're paying is for the bigger tires, okay? And also for the premium, you have the bells and whistles, which is basically the extras, like blind spot information, like lane departure warning, collision warning, and autonomous emergency braking. Now, if you think that these are very important, then this is your choice, okay? The Executive has got your ABS, it's got your traction control and all the other safety items that you want, yeah? Except for the 4 things that I mentioned about. And of course, it doesn't have the sunroof, okay? So if you want to save something like 14,000 ringgit, the Executive is good enough because it's got 18-inch, it's got leather, not real leather, but it looks like leather and feels like leather. And sometimes even fake leather is better than real leather because real leather will crack, yeah? You got to maintain it. So that's the plus and minus. Now, if you are a 4-wheel drive fan and you always go off-road and you live in some place where it gets flooded, it gets muddy, and you really need the traction, then of course the choice is the 115800, which is the all-wheel drive version. Okay, so now the all-wheel drive version, let's take it out of the equation. It's only for those who want all-wheel drive. So we're left with 3 vehicles, the Premium, Executive, and the Standard. So we talk about the Premium, we talk about the Executive, okay? And the Standard is actually the lowest of the lot, and it still has high Proton, but it cannot open your window, it cannot open your sunroof, okay? But basically it's the same system, and this one just has more features because the car has more features. Okay, so in terms of drivability, in our video we've talked about 17-inch, we talked about 18-inch, and of course 19-inch gives you the best handling. But 19-inch also means a stiffer ride. So it again depends on where you are leaning to. If you want a bit more performance, then this is it. If you want performance, but you have a budget problem, then you have to look at the lower rung, yeah? But of course, the 19-inch wheels can be something that you can do outside of purchase when you can afford it later, yeah? But the main thing is this one has got the additional safety features. So how important is that? To some, it's not a deal breaker, and to me, actually no, because too much of these safety systems can be very irritating. Lane departure warning, for one, is very irritating. On my car, I turn it off. Okay? So do you really need all the rest? Do you want to test the AEB? No, you have to rely on your own sensors when you drive. So to me, I would go for the Executive or the Standard. But of course, the choice is finally yours. This one looks a bit better, looks more chunky, so to speak, yeah? So, have I confused you? Good. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to press the bell to subscribe. Bye-bye.